Bjork, and we're sharing a bed, so it's kind of a special moment. How are you?
I'm good, good.
You come with this decor of desert. Tell me a little bit about that connection that you have with the desert.
Well, the connection is very simple. It's the environment of which I was raised. I was taken to the desert when I was 2.5 years old and raised there. Right. And in a very small town, in a very small house, with nothing around, and my best friend was a dog.
Okay. But it has had a profound influence on you.
Well, it's the only world I really ever knew until I became a traveling musician. And then we left and started touring the country, and wow, that was a real trip.
Was music that escape as well?
Yeah, well, music got us out all the time, because it's just when you play music, it's like, it's really the only real time machine. You know, when you put on a record from 1972, I mean, you get to go to 1972, which is awesome, right. You know? So we were getting out all the time through music. But yeah, you know, a lot of us just didn't want to, you know, live there for our whole lives, you know. It's like, it's hot, man. It's hot.
Yeah. But do you feel like you came back to that though?
Yeah, well, it's my root, you know. It's my root, my environment. But like, you know, and I go back often. My family's still there, and a lot of my friends, and you know, and I got a house out there, and I still go out and spend a lot of time there, you know, maybe once a month. But it's nice to not be there too.
Yeah, and you must have found some kind of a good balance between it, because like recently you've been touring a lot, you're out a lot.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, I came from a very, you know, my background, there was a lot of people, friends and family where it was, you know, everyone worked hard. People in the desert work hard, you know. So I grew up with a lot of guys who, like, work ethic was very important. And so like I come at music with a lot of work ethic. I'm very lucky to have some talent, and I'm very lucky to have gotten a break back in the day where I can go do my thing and people show up. So I work hard, and I never take advantage of that opportunity.
Voice from that, and I just wonder how much you were influenced by, you know, kind of classical rock and hard rock and all that. Heavy metal.
Well, Kyuss was born in the mid-'80s when heavy metal and punk rock was starting to, it was starting to be okay to enjoy both genres and ideologies. And that's how Kyuss, you know, became, that's how we became. And I wasn't a big fan of heavy metal music as a kid, but when it was okay to explore it, because, you know, kids can be very conservative too. Yeah. It was exciting because I found a lot of music in hard and heavy rock that I really enjoyed. And I just went straight back to the 60s and got a lot of the early stuff. Sabbath and Zeppelin and Deep Purple and all that stuff, and Hendrix and Cream, and even way back, you know. And so I've just kind of always, that's where my heart and soul is. And, you know, I mean, I got a name that people are able to identify with based on my roots in a heavy rock band. Kyuss was a heavy rock band. You know, we never thought of ourselves as a heavy metal band. We didn't think we had the chops to be heavy metal guys. So we just thought of ourselves as a rock band, a rock and roll band.
We got all that we need. We got the Greeheen.
Speaking of your last album, Tao Of The Devil, I had the impression that you were evolving a little bit vocally, like you were singing more. Is that true?
Yeah, maybe, for sure. I mean, I think all my records represent me growing as a musician. I would like to think that every record is a step up in my evolution. And so when I first became a solo artist, which I wasn't planning on doing, I didn't have a singing voice. So it's all about expression, you know? It's like painting. You start out with one color and you add another one, and over time you just start evolving and developing, and it's just a natural process, you know? But I mean, I can't think to, you know, excel at something I've not ever done before.
But how important is that improvising part of it? Because like, it always still sounds improvised sort of thing. Like I can imagine that you don't keep kind of...
Well, I'm a self-taught musician. I don't read music. I don't know my notes. It's all ear and feel, and that's what it's all about. The foundation of my music is about the sound and the feel, you know, and then I just make sense of it the best I can. And what sense isn't achieved is actually part of it too.
Stoner rocker in kind of the literal sense of the word. Do you still do that? I know you have some young boys at home, so yeah. I don't know if we can talk about it.
Oh no, of course, yeah. I've been a stoner since I was a little kid, and you know, in the desert, that's just part of at least the world that I was involved with. I mean, we all smoked marijuana, and we didn't think of it as something that was super radical. I mean, it's like, you know, I don't hide it from my kids and stuff. I educate them about it, and that, you know, the cannabis plant is important and it's here for a reason, and so.
Do you think that was an important part of your music as well?
Sure. Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I mean, when I was a kid, man, I was in bands with older guys, and we would smoke joints and go to the park and jam all day.